Alright, what's up guys? It is Carly here and I am bringing you a new horror hunting video. I tried to make one back in November and for one, somehow I must have deleted the intro to it, and for two, the video just kind of sucked, so I never uploaded it, but I'm gonna go to some different places this time, make it more interesting. This one I'm at right now is one that I have been to before, but that's only because it was on the way to where I'm going to go. I actually got a new job in a different town. It's like 40 minutes away, but I realized they have like 2 thrift stores out there, at least maybe 3, and then there's like a mall in there, and I think it's the type of mall that has one of those stores, kind of like the one I always talk about in the mall closer to me, where, you know, people can sell their own stuff and things like that. So I want to check that out. Hopefully that exists. I do have like a bag of clothes. Oh, can you see it? You can't see it. Bag of clothes in the back here, as well as some movies. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually get rid of the movies today, because there is a half-price books around here. Well, not really around here, but it's about 20 minutes away from where I'm going, and I think that they're, you know, accepting sales and stuff like that now, because for a while places weren't accepting trade-ins and whatnot to keep things safe or whatever, germ-free. So but I looked at the website and it said they are, so if I have time and if I feel like it, I will go there and get rid of the extra movies I don't want, and then of course I'm gonna dump off some clothes and such. So yeah, that gives me an excuse to, you know, go out and do one of these videos. And yes, I'm going to go into this thrift store now. It's like a food bank, but then there's also a thrift store attached to it. Like I said, I've been here before. It's the one where they have VHS tapes that are, if you buy 3 of them, it's for $1, so that's pretty nice. They usually don't have a ton of horror, but I have found some things in here before, so hopefully they have some new stuff. I'm gonna go in, check it out, and then I'll get back to you guys. Well, so unfortunately I didn't find anything in that thrift store. Pretty depressing, because they have a lot of VHS tapes there. I don't know if they get rid of the horror ones, but on the same note, they have a DVD copy of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, which is, you know, a pretty brutal movie. So I don't know if it's the case that they just get rid of horror ones, or if people literally just don't bring any in anymore, because I don't know. I found stuff there before, but no luck today. They had like a lot of westerns and older films there, but yeah, just not any. There was literally not one horror tape. The closest thing to horror was, of course, The Silence of the Lambs, because that's like, you know, has to be in every thrift store, or else the place will shut down. So I'm about to put a letter in the mail, and then I am going to be on my way to the area I want to get to, and hopefully we can have better luck out there, guys. So see you there. Alright guys, so here we are at the City Mission Hidden Treasures. This is, sorry, my window's like really dirty, I need to get my car washed, but I have not been in here before. It looks pretty crowded, you can't really see back there, but there's a lot of cars in the lot. But, you know, hopefully they won't be looking at the stuff I'm looking at. Most people come here for like clothes and, you know, knickknacks and stuff like that. So gonna go in here. Hopefully I have some luck. I am excited because I've never been in this one before, and didn't even realize it was back here. The Goodwill is just over there, if you can see. I'm a horrible camera person, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, you can't see it. So that's right there. I'm gonna go in there after this, and yeah, I'll let you guys know if I find anything. Okay, so City Mission sucked. There was literally nothing there, and I'm not just saying like there's nothing I was interested in horror-wise. I just mean there's literally no horror movies or books or anything in there that I wanted. I keep looking for shelves because I'm running out of space in my collection right now. Not actual space, but shelf space. So I've been looking for, you know, more DVD racks and stuff like that. They didn't have anything of that nature, but Goodwill did come through with a few things. Sorry again about my window, but yeah, they had a few things in there. They actually have a decent amount of DVDs. No VHS, besides, you know, Disney ones, and again, some westerns. I don't know why that's such a big thing around here, but they had a few DVDs, so I'm gonna show you guys what I got there. Sorry, my camera work is probably horrible in this video, but I got, I think, what did I get, 5 things? Yeah, 5 things from there, and, you know, some of the stuff, most of it's probably not even that good, but it was there, and I got excited because they actually had horror, so I just went ahead and bought it anyway. It's all stuff I didn't own, and I checked the discs and everything, made sure that they were clean and not scratched up. So first up we have A Haunting in Connecticut. Pretty sure I've seen this before, and not sure that I necessarily cared for it, but when I did see it, I was young. I think this came out in like 2008, somewhere around that, so don't really remember it a whole lot. The reason I'm covering this up is because someone's address is just like labeled on here. I don't know if they ordered it or what, but so yeah, Haunting in Connecticut. Curious to see how it is all these years later. Then we have one that also has this lady's address on it called Beneath. MTV Presents Beneath. Yeah, never really heard of this. Doesn't look too bad. Sounds kind of interesting, so I figured why not grab it. These were all, how much are these? $1.99, so $2 each. So I spent like $10 in there for everything total. But yeah, Beneath, like I said, don't know much about it, but it caught my eye, so we'll see how it is. And then we have, what is this? Oh, Stephen King's Riding the Bullet. If I have this, I'm gonna be mad. I don't think I do, though. No, I don't. I'm thinking I have the Langoliers in the stand in my collection right now that I haven't watched. That's what I'm thinking about. But I'm actually not too sure about this. I'm not sure if people like this one or not. I've never seen it before, obviously, but you know, Stephen King movie. Always like to pick them up and, you know, build the collection of Stephen King films, because most of the time they're pretty good. So yeah, I'm excited to check this one out probably the most, just because it is a Stephen King film. And then after that we have the Prom Night remake. Yeah, I saw this one probably when it came out. I think in 2009, I believe, is when this one came out, and it's a in-name only remake. Obviously, it just happens to be set on prom nights, and I remember not really liking this too much at all back then either. But again, I haven't seen it since I was pretty young, so I am curious to see how it is this time around. And whatever, $2, might as well grab it. And if I hate it, I can always give it away, but I probably won't because I'm crazy. But yeah, Prom Night remake, whatever. And then lastly, this is more of a kids, well, it is a kids movie, and that is Monster House. This is one that I loved when I first saw it, back in, this is probably from 2006-07 territory as well. Yeah, these are all like from the 2000s, oddly, coincidentally enough. But yeah, Monster House, I remember seeing this in the theater with my mom and really loving it, and actually finding it pretty creepy. I just thought the look of the house was actually really scary and well done. Obviously an animated film, but yeah, it's good stuff, and I would classify it as horror because it creeped me out back then. I haven't seen it since I was probably around that age, so curious to see if it still holds up. You know, PG-13 I think it is, and yeah, it's good stuff. Good kid horror in my opinion. So that is what I picked up there, guys. I'm glad I at least found something, because, you know, there's just nothing around these parts, unfortunately, that makes for much entertainment, because I can never find anything. But I think I'm gonna go try to check out that mall, as I said. Hopefully they have stores in there. I think it's just a regular mall, but I think they do have one of those like antique crown places within it. So haven't been there since I was a kid, so I'm curious to see what it's like. I know it's not that good of a mall in general. Like, there's not that many stores of interest. They don't have, I don't think they have FYE or any movie stores really, but we'll see. Like I said, I haven't been there since I was a kid, but can't imagine that much has changed with, you know, the way malls are nowadays. So gonna go check that out, and I'll talk to you guys then. Sad thing about malls is how you have to keep driving all the way around them, because every place looks abandoned and you don't know if you're allowed to go inside the entrance. I was just in the back of the mall, and there's actually a movie theater called Hollywood Theaters connected to this mall that looks pretty abandoned, but it's kind of, I mean, it's sad, but it's cool. I was gonna get out and go in there, but not inside the actual theater, but there was an entrance over there, but I don't know, I chickened out because it seemed like No one else was parked back there, and I didn't know if you were allowed to get in that way. This place is actually pretty confusing. I don't know if this is all, like, because there's a Marshall's and a Sears, and then there's, like, a COVID clinic here, and they all look like they're connected, but I don't know. I don't even know if this is the same place that I was at when I was a kid, because I think there was another mall around here, but, yeah, I'm gonna try to go inside this entrance and just see what happens, so, yeah, pray for me. Alright guys, so this is not the place that I was thinking of. Hopefully that place still exists, because I would like to try to go there next, but if it doesn't exist, then I'll try to find somewhere else. But I will say, I did find some things in this mall, because surprisingly, to my excitement, there was a collectible type store, and unfortunately I forget what it was called, but it was like a store that had, you know, used video games, retro video games. They had a lot of, their like specialty was kind of like model trains and cars and old stuff like that. And it was one where you can like buy, sell, do stuff like that. I should have traded in my movies while I was in there when I think about it, but I didn't know it was there. And I went in and they had a decent little horror DVD section, and everything was like $3 to $4, so not that bad of pricing, honestly. And they had a few Blu-rays, but they were not really horror, and they had it organized nicely where pretty much there was just a whole section of horror, because that's what they had the most movies of, but they had it like all by genre. So I did end up buying like 6 DVDs and a magazine. So I'll show you guys what I got here. First up, I'll show the magazine. It is a Fangoria, and as you can see, it's got Ring Sadako on it, and says Japan's Scary New Movies. So I like the cover. That's what caught my eye. I do like, you know, Japanese horror, so I figured I would grab this one. There were a few other ones, probably like 10 or so other ones, and I only saw these when I was checking out. I was waiting for the guy to come back up to the register and look down and noticed they had a small little section of these magazines hidden there, so I was like, ooh, and I added it to my little order there. But this was $3, you know, not too bad, and I'm not a big collector of magazines or anything like that personally, but Fangorias are cool to find because you can't really find them everywhere anymore, so anytime, you know, I see one, it's cool to pick one up if I like the cover and whatnot. So I will definitely skim through this and see if there's anything intriguing, because, you know, it is older, and that's cool to see what was coming out around this time. So that was a cool little find. And then after that, I got Annabelle Creation on DVD. As I said, they didn't really have Blu-rays there, but I actually just watched this for Exploding Heads podcast. I'm supposed to review it on there tomorrow, and at the time of recording this, tomorrow. And I enjoy the film, and I did not own it. I only own The Conjuring, Annabelle, and The Conjuring 2, so I figured grab this. And I do own all of those on DVD, so, you know, it'll look nice on the shelf, being with all of them. But pretty good scary movie to come out in 2017, I believe. Then after that, we have a Masters of Horror episode that I'm pretty sure I did not own. If I do own it, I'm gonna be mad at myself, but I don't think I've seen this one, and that is Pick Me Up. Yeah, JP just called me and he said this is one of the better ones, so I think this is from season 2. No, it's from season 1. Season 1, I think it's one of the last episodes in season 1, so Pick Me Up, you know, almost have these all bought. I keep saying that, and then I'm like, oh, there's still a bunch I need to get, but I honestly, I think I only have one more maybe from season 1 that I need to get. So again, I hope I don't have this one already, but I don't think I do. Then we have Dark Ride, one of the 8 films to die for. I got it in my head like a few weeks ago that I want to start collecting these 8 films to die for, because I've heard they're not too bad, and I picked up a bunch at Cash and Culture when that place went out of business, so now I felt like I have to collect them all. But Dark Ride, I've heard this is one of the better ones, and I think it's, you know, I always have been intrigued by this one. I've always liked the cover of it, and always wanted to check it out, because I like movies set in like carnivals, amusement parks, dark rides, stuff like that, so sounds like it would be pretty cool. Then after that, we have Gacy from, I think, 2002, 2003, somewhere around there. Never seen this one. Obviously, it's about John Wayne Gacy, the serial killer who used to dress up like a clown, so I've never really read much into his case other than that's what he's kind of known for, is dressing like a clown and luring kids in, and I know he like buried them under his house and something screwed up like that, but yeah, I always like serial killer movies, so hopefully I like this one. I feel like I never really heard much be said about this, but $3, I'll probably enjoy it. Then we have Unrest, another 8 Films to Die For. I don't really know anything about this one, to be honest, but it's an 8 Films to Die For, so I decided to go ahead and grab it. There's like sticky residue on here from stickers and stuff. It's like making my hands all sticky, but yeah, went ahead and grabbed it because why not? And then lastly, guys, another 8 Films to Die For, and that is Crazy 8. I remember seeing this in like Hollywood Video and stuff like that when I was younger. This is from 2008, so yeah, that makes sense. And I always thought the cover looked really creepy, but again, I never rented it or picked it up or anything like that, so finally I have it. I'm not sure if this one's actually good or not, but the cover always kind of drew me in because, you know, it's just like this creepy girl standing there, and I don't know, I find that scary. So, yeah, Crazy 8s, so pretty good findings there. Like I said, I'm gonna see if I can find that actual antique mall place that I was talking about, and if not, I'll see if there's anywhere else around here that I can dig up along the way. Just, you know, type thrift stores near me into the GPS and see what we can find. So, talk to you guys then. So we're just going to chalk it up that I made that place up I was talking about. No, I'm just kidding. I know I've been there for a fact before because I actually bought an antique clarinet there once. I remember it vividly. I was with my mother, but either way, I don't know where it's at or if it still exists or what, but I keep trying to look it up, and I thought I knew what the name of it was, and it's just not working out. So I drove over to a town over that was like 15 minutes away, and we have found another City Mission thrift store. So I shall go in there and we shall see if there's anything in there. You know, my hopes are a little bit low because I just feel like these City Missions, I never really have much luck. But we will see. I will go in there and I'll let you guys know. So, I didn't have any luck in the City Mission, but I did find another place, another hidden treasures out here. It's in a very annoying place. I'm pretty sure I'm parked like where I'm not supposed to be. So I'm gonna go in there really quick and see if I can find anything before I get towed. But I think this place closes at 5 and it's like 4:30, so I'm just gonna make it a quick trip and hopefully I can find something. So see you then. Alright guys, so I think this is gonna be my last stop. I am at Half Price Books, and I'm gonna try to get rid of this pile of DVDs and some Blu-rays that I have here. This is all just like stuff that I have duplicates of, and you know, stuff that I picked up on Blu-ray, or just stuff that, like I said, I have got 2 copies of somehow. So gonna try to, you know, get rid of these, and then that'll be that. I guess I'll look in there and see if I can find anything worth picking up, but then after that I think I'll be done because I'm getting a little bit tired and have stuff to do later tonight, and yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, talk to you guys in a minute. Okay guys, I am out of Half Price Books, and made a whopping $3.91 on the movies I brought in there, which is actually not too bad, honestly. I was thinking like they're gonna give me 50 cents because I didn't bring too many films, and I know they don't really, you know, your stuff's just not that worth anything. I made that video that one time when I moved with all those books and got like $11, and it was like a lot of books. But anyway, I got that, and I did find a few things, and they were actually all VHS tapes, which I don't know if they always sold VHS tapes here, if that's a new thing, because I don't remember seeing them here last time, but they might have, because they were in a very inconvenient spot, literally like on a shelf on the floor, so I felt really stupid. I had to like sit down on the floor and look through it, and you know, Carly problems. But there was actually a guy who got down next to me, and he was also looking for horror movies, so luckily I left a few for him to take. But I think I got 6 here, maybe 5. Yeah, I got 5 movies. So first up we have The Thing from Another World. Yes, I do have the Warner Brothers Blu-ray of this, but just thought this was a cool one to grab on VHS, you know, classic movie, of course. And you know, I don't think it's the greatest film in the world, but it's just cool that, you know, it's the movie that John Carpenter remade and stuff like that. It's classic stuff. So picked that one up. They had like a lot of older films such as this. And then I got Dracula, the Spanish version. They had the regular version of Dracula. I almost grabbed that, and then I saw this and I thought this was pretty cool to own. I knew that this existed and it was like made at the same time as regular Dracula, but it is of course Spanish Dracula. So I just thought this would be cool. It's in good condition. This one was a little more pricey. It was $3.99, where most of them were $1, but you know, figured I would grab it just because it's something different. I didn't end up getting the regular Dracula just because I do have the Blu-ray set of all the Universal movies, so figured this would be something a little bit different. So that is pretty cool. And then after that, I got, this one was a pretty cool find. I was like, ooh, exciting. It is The Toxic Avenger, and again, this one, you know, ran $4, but whatever, Toxic Avenger, it's a fun movie. I've only seen it once, but it was at a drive-in, and it was a really fun time, so I thought this was definitely a neat one to find on VHS. And again, it's like in good condition. It's got the plastic on it and everything, so shouldn't be any issues there. Then I grabbed some movie called Seizure. I just thought it sounded cool. This one is about some dude who's like having dreams about stuff and they're like nightmares and whatnot. It sounds like, I thought the cover was cool and never heard of it before. Say what year this is from. Let's see. I can't find a year on this bad boy, but it says at 1990. I feel like that's not right though, but either way, pretty interesting find, I would say. So went ahead and grabbed it. Again, this one was like $3, but I don't mind. As long as it's like under $5, it's not a big deal. And also, you know, that with that little $3.91 that I made, I put that onto the purchase and brought my order down to like $9.99, so not too bad. And then after that, and lastly, we have Arachnophobia. JP actually just reviewed this on his and hers movie podcast, and I think he said he had a pretty fun time with it. Cover of this always reminds me of bats. It's like the same purplish, bluish color scheme you got going on there. So, yeah, Arachnophobia, pretty cool stuff. I am happy with that. I am happy with finding VHS tapes. Of course, they did have Blu-rays and DVDs. I wish they separated the horror from everything else there, but I guess most normal people aren't just looking for horror movies, so what can you do? But I just went ahead and went with the VHS. There wasn't really much that I wanted to pick up as far as DVDs and stuff go, so I figured spend enough money on these. But all in all, it was a pretty successful day in my opinion, at least for this area. You know, where I live just isn't the best, so that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you for coming along with me and watching. Yeah, I think to make these the most entertaining, I really do just have to go to a bunch of places and explore if I'm gonna find anything, unfortunately, because like I said, it's very scarce in these areas. So I'm gonna try to, you know, start getting out there more and finding more places, so these videos aren't just me being like, oh, nothing, because that, you know, that gets old. So thank you again for watching, guys, and I will talk to you in my next video.